So hi everyone. So today I'm going to discuss about step-by-step guide for setuping Selenium Grid and Windows environment. And as we know, right, the Selenium Grid is a tool and which can run a parallel test using cross browsers and cross like operating system as well. So as of now, we do not have the setup for the multiple environments. Currently only Windows environment, but we can run with the Chrome browser, Firefox browser setup. So that is the case I mentioned here. Objective of this session is multiple browsers like which Chrome and Firefox, which will work multiple instance in a parallel execution. So that configuration I will show you. So uh, by taking the help of Selenium Grid, so coming to Selenium Grid is a tool and which we use for running our multiple test parallel execution with the different browsers. And by the way, it will be helps to like speed our test execution and ensure the capability of a cross-browser environments. So to do that, what we need actually we have some key points here, Selenium Grid. So one is the hub, so which we call as a central point, and it controls our test execution and which can send our test request to the nodes. Okay, so once first of all we need to run our hub. Then we need a nodes as well. So we are right now hub and nodes are running in the my local machine only. So here we can actually by using the node we can run our actual test cases. Okay, and with the different operating system and different browsers. So before running that, we need to connect between the hub and node. So there is a connection established also there. So all those configurations I made a proper steps. Okay, so step by step we can see this particular installation, and you can also easily do that. Easily do in our local. So for that, what I have done is I have made a one framework, so which support a Selenium Grid parallel browser. So what you need to do, you need to clone this project in your local, and then after you can follow the step, whatever the step for the Selenium Grid, then you can start running that automatically runs your location. And also I will, what are the changes I made, each and every line of code I will explain here. For the existing project, we know right this project is initial BDD page object model. So here we have some set of branches, branch 1, TestNG, branch 2, and this is like Selenium Grid parallel browsers configuration. So which is updated, which I was updated for the supporting for Selenium Grid parallel runs with the different browsers. Yeah. So now let's see the first, we can see the configuration of Selenium Grid. So the first step we are going to do is, as we know, the prerequisite for this particular Selenium Grid installation of Selenium Grid. So as we know, Java SDK which we required and Selenium server, right? Selenium server we need to download from our Selenium official website, that is Selenium, which is from Selenium Dev, and here we can see the download. So here we have a like a Selenium bindings, okay, Selenium binaries, and but we don't want that. We want a Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid is the latest version here. So by clicking this link, you will see the download will happen, and you can take this download jar file. So it is a jar file. So actually, I have downloaded already, and I place the one folder. So that folder in my machine is QSASA, my training, and Selenium Grid is a folder. So in this folder, I have set up kind of thing, a server jar file is there, and also some my driver like Selenium ChromeDriver and GeckoDriver I am going to be execute. And also there is a one more file, a driver file, driver configuration file. I will show you that. So let's see the first step what we are going to do based on this particular documentation. Yeah, so we have downloaded the Selenium server from the official website, and I placed some location from the Selenium grid. So in the example, actual location is this one. Okay, actual location is this one. So before going to that, open the command prompt here. So from here, I'm opening the command prompt. Okay, let me open the command prompt here. And yeah, I open the command prompt now. So what I want to do is here I want to launch the Selenium. grid. So for that we need to Java hyphen jar, and you can pass this particular Selenium server jar file, and version is 4.2.29.0, and we need to specify it is a hub. Okay, because Selenium Grid I'm running as a hub node. So now you can see that here you can see the socket is started, and started the Selenium hub version, right? So you can take this URL, okay, and you can take this URL and just open the browser. So let me open the new browser here, and I run it. So now you see Selenium Grid is running, and you can see the version. Selenium Grid version is 4.29.0. Okay, now you can see there are some kind of dashboards here, overview and session, and helps is there, and there are some kind of queues. The jobs or our browsers instance will be in queue. So first of all, I'll go here overview, and in the overview says that grid has no registered node yet. So which means nodes are not yet registered. Only the hub is up and running. Now also you can see that there is a no running or no queue in the at the moment. So even though the nodes are not configured, so how it will be run? So only the grid server is running. Now let me do that. We'll configure the nodes. Okay, we can start the node and we can set up the node configurations. For node configuration, right? So here I will show you the node configuration. So we need to do some kind of stuff. I will show you that stuff. So for that we need to, I have created a one file. That file is a TOML file, TOML, TOML configuration. And here, if I open this file, oh, sorry, like I will open in the node plus only. Yeah. Yeah. So now I will explain in detail this file, what I was mentioned here. So let me try to understand as well. So here I'm mentioning that my node servers or my node will be executed on this port number. So as we know, my Selenium server is running on the 4.4s, right? Localhost 4.4s. So now also like my nodes will be work on 4.5s, and I'm telling that my node driver configuration. So my one of the node driver is configuration, and that name is a Chrome driver, and I mentioned the Chrome driver exe. I placed in the specific location. So from here you can take it and run my browser instances, and my browser instances is like Chrome and the latest version. And also I specify that I want for the number of node to be available maximum size is 7. Okay. Similarly, node configuration, node dot driver configuration, which is for a Firefox, and also I mentioned the GeckoDriver exe here, and maximum session is equal to 6. Okay, and the browser is Firefox, and latest version I want to be run. Okay, these are the file, and while running our node, we need to specify the file name here. So from here again, I want to open a node for noding and for node run. So we want to open a command prompt, and here also we can say that Java hyphen jar, and you can specify the Selenium server jar file, and here we need to mention earlier it is hub, but now we are running a node, and we need to specify my configuration. So my configuration of drivers.toml file. Okay. So if I mention that now configuration detail which will be taken from the configuration which we made it, and also we mentioned that maximum 7 instances for the Chrome, 5 instances for Firefox. Now you can see that the connection is connecting to that one, and the socket is done, and node is see detected 8 available processes now. Okay, and node has been added. So now let's see that UI for the Selenium Grid. Okay, now you can see in the overview. Now you can we are able to see the platform name, and what is the Chrome instance are for. So as per this particular file, right? Let me open the file. So as for this driver config file, we mentioned that, okay, we mentioned that instances of Chrome and Firefox. So let me highlight these two things here. After running the node, command, and here automatically see maximum instance are 7, and yeah, Chrome for 7, and Firefox for 6. So Firefox for 6. So this is what it is. Now let me, yeah. So we have done the successful configuration for Selenium Grid and nodes and Selenium server. So now the configurations are ready. Now what we can do? Let me check that. Yeah. So now we can run our Chrome driver. Okay. So earlier our code is suitable for only the Chrome driver instance of Firefox driver objects. But whenever we run parallel runs, so we need to use a Chrome drive remote WebDriver class. In the remote WebDriver class, we need to provide a URL of Selenium Grid. Internally, the Selenium Grid which will invoke the instances of the Chrome driver and Firefox driver. Let me show you the code, and also I told you right, you can updated code is available on this particular Selenium Grid. So you can fork this project. So we have a fork. We can fork this project in our Git repository. Also, this project is available, and you can play around it. So this is what I want to tell you. Now let me go to the code, and from the previous code to the I have updated something in the driver manager class. So earlier we have a like here Chrome driver, right? Chrome driver like Chrome driver, new Chrome driver is there. But now what we need to specify here is it is for a remote web driver, and it is a Selenium Grid server is running on. Okay, localhost 44 and see this WD is a WebDriver hub. So hub URL we need to pass. Either you can give the localhost, or you can give the IP address as well. And in the capabilities, I'm telling that okay, what I'm telling here is so yeah. So here we are creating an instance of a remote WebDriver, okay, and passing the remote WebDriver Selenium Grid URL, and it is a hub, right? So I'm telling the hub, so taking hub URL, okay, remote WebDriver on my grid node, I want a one node. That node is instance like a capability of browser is Chrome instance, okay. You can open on the, so you are a hub, right? So I'm telling by using this hub URL or connect with the node, and the node level open a Chrome driver internally. So that remote web driver will take care about that internal node execution. So that there in the node level, we want to open a Chrome instance. Similarly, here also for Firefox also we need to specify the remote web driver URL, and here we need to specify that work on or launch the Firefox instance to run our test execution. So this is a change which earlier to now, and also um, let me go here. Yeah. So yeah, let me go here, and you see this one test runner level. So in the test runner level, earlier it is a JUnit test runner file. Now I extended to abstract TestNG cucumbers test. Okay. So and I added this particular code, and which tell us a parallel true for data provider if it are any data provider are there. Okay. Now let's to import this one. So there are some changes has been done in the dependency level. I'll show you the dependencies one by one. So first dependency is a TestNG dependency which I added, and later part I like a Cucumber JUnit dependency. These two dependencies are added for the integration of our TestNG JUnit to TestNG. Earlier my test runner is a JUnit runner, but right now when I extended it is a TestNG test runner. So TestNG test runner, which how we can execute it, we use a TestNG XML file. In the TestNG XML file, we can create a sweet text case and class, and our test runner class name, which will be specified. So by using this TestNG XML, we should mention that parallel methods and need to be run. My test case will run in the parallel method wise, and my thread count is 5. Okay, so I can run my instance are at 5 times. Okay, my By using TestNG XML, we can run parallel execution as a method, and we can specify the thread count is 5. So this is a way we can do that. So let me run this one. So this time, what I'm doing in the hook level. So I'm asking like here, I'm changing the Chrome driver, and so let me run the Chrome instance R5, and so all the Chrome execution, all the Chrome browsers which will be executed parallelly. So let me show you the first that one, and so let me run this one. And before running it, you see that here you can see there is a no running mode, or no running or no queuing session at the moment. Okay, when it will be run, right? When it will be run. So if I trigger from here. Yeah, as of now, no run and no runs and no queued session at the moment. So what I can do, if I run this from here, TestNG test. Now you can see that my tests are going to run. So it will execute internally in the test_runner file only. So now it is executing. So now like four instance for four test cases. So let's see that four instances are open, and here you can see tests are running, and 4 of 8, and all the running in parallel. So you can see the execution as well here, and also in the grid level you can see the four instance. So we have a four test cases, four scenarios. So that is the case. For every scenario, one instance will open, even though we mention the file. So one after close, then instance will be automatically closed. When the test case is closed, that after execution of the test, each browser which will be closed. So here we have mentioned like that logic. So that is the case. Okay. So now I want to be run only. This time I want to run only two at a time. Okay. So earlier I ran four, five, right? So even though my test cases are, my scenarios are four, but we have above that count. So let me see that this time how many it will be run. So that is the case we need to manage and run. Yeah. Now you see there are two test scenarios, like all scenarios are started running, but even though two browser instance will be open. Yeah, now you can see the four are okay parallel. So parallel, all of them are executed. Okay. So yeah, you see executions also going on. Okay. So now similarly, now we can run by using our yeah. So now let's change that hook file, and here I will change that to Firefox browser. Okay, I'll change the Firefox browser. So this time Firefox instance will be open. Okay, this time Firefox instance will open. So now let me run this TestNG, and you can see that. Yeah, tests are started. Now, yeah, tests are running. Let me go here, and you can see that reload it, and in the Selenium instance. So what happened? Yes, I think these are the slow running at slow orange HRM applications. Yes. Yeah. Now you see there are two are started running. Yeah, four are running. Or for four test cases, four are executing. And here you can see the session capability, time, duration, and URLs. Right. Okay. So this is what it is. Okay, so this is a way you can easily configure. So the configuration file, right? This file is very key file. So there you will be facing some problems. I think what I will do is I will attach to this my project. Okay, so here just you can change this path. For your case, you can provide the path. This is the path you need to carefully update your path only. You can download exe and you can update this path, then it is fine, it will work fine. So as it is only the driver executable file, my location, your location will be different. So based on that, this is the main change. I will forward this file, I will attach this project, you can download and use it. Okay. Yeah. Now let me go and run yeah. And now the final thing is we want to not run individual. Okay. So when first time is the Chrome, second time is Firefox, right, which we run. But I want a multiple browsers parallelly. Okay, for that, so we need to update some updation in the TestNG XML file. So that is the case we converted. TestNG has some kind of feasibility to work to run our parallel test multiple browsers parallelly. So we have some kind of parallel mechanism by using TestNG. So we can define a multiple classes with different sets of browsers. So here is the parameter is a browser. Browser is a Chrome browser, and you can execute this runner file. Similarly, the Firefox browser and the Firefox browser will same test runner file which will be executed. So I have made this configuration, and nothing other changes. This is a change only we need to do it. Yeah, and let run this from here, and you can see the execution. Yeah, now let's see for Chrome browser, Firefox browsers. Yeah, now all the browsers are launched it. Now you can see in the grid level, Firefox, yeah, Chrome browser instance is logged it. Then after it will be like Chrome browser only still. Maybe due to this slowness, maybe. Yes, yeah. Uh, Firefox browser is started. Firefox browser is started executing this one. Yeah, these are the instances are loaded. Yes. Now let me reload again. Yeah. So parallel execution is working. Fine. So this is the way where we can run our test. Suppose 1,000 test we can run in 30 minutes, like very quick process. We can share our test to different browsers, and we can execute our test in speed our test execution very fast by using Selenium Grid. Okay. Yes. So now we can see that once the test execution is completed, automatically the browser instance will be closed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's all. Thank you all.